Hi guys, my name's Joe, and welcome to Fighting Words, Martial Arts Library. This is a segment I call Tangent Tuesday, where I pick a topic and I just sort of go with it. So, just a couple little updates first. Um, I guess only one. I have recorded four upcoming book reviews. One of them is one that you guys voted for. It was Dwight McLemore's Bowie and Big Knife Fighting System book. On the community poll, it was running neck and neck with the book on um, the weapons of Korean martial arts, but somebody had voted for the knife fighting book in the comments. I don't know if that's going to be this Friday, but it's going to be soon. Also, finished recording a review for Jeff Thompson's Real Self Defense. I consider that the final book in his Real series, or a part of that series anyway. The other four books were more on techniques like real punching and real kicks. So this is a more comprehensive text, and after I get done with that review, that will be a series that I'm done with. So I like working on no more than 3 series at a time. I will put another vote up. It'll probably be between another one of Mr. Thompson's book series, because he's got two more that are definitely in a series, and something that's not a Jeff Thompson series. I haven't decided yet. So be on the lookout for that. Uh, the other two reviews, one is a translation of a book by Kinwa Mabuni, who's the founder of Shitoru Karate, and another is a book on Choi Lai Fut, which is a Chinese martial art, Kung Fu. Okay, so when should you box a boxer and wrestle a wrestler? Because there is this famous saying in martial arts, like, don't box a boxer, don't wrestle a wrestler. And the idea, of course, is do not play to your opponent's strengths, to go in with a strategy that they are unfamiliar with. At least that's implied. So this actually, I was thinking of a training group I had about a dozen years ago. Group of friends met every Sunday in this garage, and we all had different martial arts backgrounds. Several of us trained at the same place, but everyone seemed to specialize in something a little bit different. And after one of those sessions, I asked for feedback from one of my training partners, and they were like, "Yeah, I was discussing it with one of the other guys, and why are you engaging in a kicking contest with the guy who's got a background in Taekwondo and Muay Thai? Why are you trying to go for tie-ups against a guy with a Wing Chun background who, is going to be able to, do that chi sao thing and sort of deflect your incoming grabs?" And I don't think I put it this way at the time, but basically the short answer to that is because I don't learn anything if I don't. So this is more about the training environment as opposed to a competitive environment. Training is for getting better. And sometimes you do need those competitive moments in training where you're like, no, we're going to go at it. I'm going to try my best to beat you. You're going to try your best to beat me. Those are valuable. But I think for the bulk of training, it is much more useful to use it as a learning opportunity. And if I'm engaging with someone who is better at something than I am, if I'm engaging with them at the thing that they do best, then it gives me problems to solve. Like, if I try to out wrestle the Wing Chun guy, I'm gonna do it because he's not good at that mode of fighting. But that doesn't teach me anything. I'm not improving anything about myself by beating a guy who's worse at that particular set of skills than I am, right? I'm not learning anything. I'm not improving in any way. However, if I decide to engage in high tie-ups and try to work high clinch work with this guy who's used to feeling incoming forces and deflecting those and tying the guy up. If I can figure out how to get around a defense that's better in that area than my offense typically is, then that's going to take my offense to the next level. Same thing, you know, got a buddy who's a really good judoka, and I clinch with him a lot. Why are you doing that? You're going to get thrown. Yeah, except for the day when I don't. I'm going to learn how to adjust to what he's good at, and maybe take some tips from him and figure out, how I can do some of the stuff that he's doing. It's for another example, in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class, I'm not going to get better at escaping side control if I don't put myself in side control. And of course, it's not always my choice. Sometimes the guy's a 240-pound wrestler, I'm going to be underneath side control. But that's like starting on like expert difficulty. We need to step back and work on beginner difficulty first. So yeah, that's basically the message that I have. Like, if you want to actually improve your skills, you need to challenge yourself in those areas. I would suggest that you don't go into that situation. You don't start off an expert. You need to have competent punching before you box a boxer. But if you're competent and you're not going to look like a fish out of water, then okay, this guy's a superior boxer to me. This is going to be a rough night, but I'm going to get better by engaging him in his strength. I'm going to figure out how to get around the thing that he's good at. And of course, in blended combat, you always have that option. Again, I'm going up against a guy who's good at deflecting tie-ups and is good at defending, linear strikes in this zone. All right, I'll just shoot a low single on him because he's got no idea how to deal with that. Boom, I win. Okay, but then what? I haven't learned anything. So once that's established, like, oh, this part's going to be easy. I know how to do that. Why don't I work on improving the places where I am less strong? Tactically, if you do happen to be in a contest of some sort, when would you play to your opponent's strengths? If you have enough info on them, this might be a good way to tap into their existing habits to open up an opportunity for attack. This is mostly as an aside. Mostly I want to say, like, do it in training so you can get better at the things you're not that great at. But yeah, there is an opportunity for that tactically. If you are in a submission grappling contest, you have a great guillotine choke. Like, you can hit it from anywhere. Bait the guy into shooting for a takedown. If he's a superior wrestler, like, I'm not going to take this guy down. He's going to hit me with a blast double, and I'm going to choke him. Same thing with the idea of, this guy's a superior boxer. I know how he's going to react if I start turning this into a boxing match. It's going to take his mind off of other tactics that I can use to beat him. So we'll play his game for about a minute or so, and then I'll switch things up and he's not going to see it coming. So tactically, that's when you'd use that. But yeah, overall, find people who are better than you at certain skill sets or certain techniques. Have them teach you, if they are up for it, how they do the things that they do. And then sort of, again, try to reverse engineer a solution. Let me engage this person where they're stronger. If I am going up against somebody who's really good at hip throws, I'm going to get tossed all night for several months, maybe for a couple of years. But by the end of that, some average schmuck who's okay at hip throws isn't going to be able to hit me with that because I've been defending a really good guy for that period of time. You're going to learn. It's going to happen. So yeah, that's my spiel for tonight. That's my tangent. Yeah, get good. Anyway, thank you guys for following me, and I'll see you later, I guess.